Musicians, you can play anything you want to play if you play it slow enough. That basically means you have to get over yourself and you have to slow down. Musicians, real quick, I have a free 3-day video series for you on a few different ways to level up what you do as a musician that addresses the emotional and the mental, what's going on. And in this video series, it's filled with things that you can do right now to get better. Okay, so slow down. What do I mean by that? I mean that, and this is like in the most loving place that it could possibly come from, you have to slow down when you're learning a song. And I'm talking to you, you musician who just feels like almost embarrassed that you have to play it like 30 beats per minute slower, 40 beats per minute slower, 100 beats per minute slower in order to be accurate with whatever it is that you're trying to learn how to play. And I know this, and I know you because I've had so many students that I could just see the frustration like pouring out of their face because I would say, how about you play it a little slower? And they don't want to do that. And you know why? It's because your brain is working against you. Specifically, your cerebellum. That's the part of your brain that recalls by memory the exact tempo that a song is, the song that you're trying to play. It remembers it. It knows it. And as you're playing, it doesn't want to let you play it slowly because that's not how the song goes.
Not quite my tempo.
But you have so many other parts of your brain that are depending on you to slow it down. You have your motor cortex, and your motor cortex is responsible for actually pulling off the playing of the instrument. However, it's relying on your visual cortex to process the information that you're looking at, unless you more so learn by ear, in which case you're really relying on your auditory cortex to discern the tone and the sounds of what you're putting out there to analyze whether it's correct or not. But all of this auditory and visual input, amongst so many other parts of the brain that are working and working hard, are feeding your motor cortex and telling it what to do. Now, here's the thing. Every time you learn a new song, you're basically creating new neural pathways in your brain to process the information. And it's like a whole new learning experience. And it's a challenge. It's difficult. So you know what you gotta do? You have to slow down so that the signals from your eyes and your ears can process through your brain fast enough to tell your hands what to do in the amount of time needed to do it rhythmically accurate. Slow it down and give your brain time to process so that you can accurately get the rhythms out. If a song that you're playing is 130 beats per minute, 200 beats per minute, I don't care, 500 beats per minute, there is no shame in practicing it at 60 beats per minute. I know, that's a huge jump. But if you can play, especially to a metronome. Metronomes, I hate them sometimes. I really do. But you got to use them. Metronomes are the control center for how to speed it back up. So if you can lock into it at 60 beats per minute, or however slow you need to go, like that's gold in your hands. That's control in your fingertips. And you've got this. Because then all you have to do is speed it up by a couple beats per minute. If you nail it and you have it at 60 beats per minute and you speed it up to 65, your fingers will adapt and be like, oh, I can do this a hair faster, and you'll barely notice, but your I'm talking too fast and I couldn't speak clearly enough. My brain was not lining up with my mouth. There you go. So your fingers will pull it off with more accuracy if you've given your brain time to process just what the heck is going on. Just let your brain process it. You know what? You might gain new insight into what you're playing that you might not have had before because you were going so fast that you were just hanging on for dear life, hoping to get to the finish line. Don't do that to yourself. Seriously, just go slow, gradually speed it up. Accuracy over speed. Because as long as your rhythms and your notes are accurate, the tempo is easy to speed up. Just focus on that first, okay? Give yourself permission. Just be strict with yourself. Be like, no, not even just a little bit slower. I'm going to really slow this down to a painfully slow point. If that's what you need to pull it off, do it. There's no shame in that. I play things slowly all the time when I first learn them. There's no shame in that. All right, you're going to feel so much better about what you got going on musically if you can do this, okay? You can do this. So if you liked this video and it resonated with you and you feel like you needed it, then please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you are a musician looking to get better at what you do and you're interested in that free 3-day video series, then the link is below in the description for you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.